Good morning. My name is Cheryl Woodard, and I'm one of the meditation teachers here at EBS. I'm coming to you today on Sunday from our bookstore because there are people gathered in the meditation hall practicing like they do every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 9:30 and weekdays 11:30 to 12. And I wanted today to talk about back to basics, the idea of a regular daily meditation practice. In my own experience, regular meditation practice helps me remain calm in difficult times. It also has made me more compassionate, generally speaking. I guess when you're calm, you can be compassionate. Anyway, I can honestly attest to the power of a good daily meditation practice in your life. But a lot of people struggle to maintain a daily practice. And the main obstacle is time. It is hard to find meditation time while we are also serving our community, studying, building a career, relating with a family, or all the other things that we are doing. So I'm really interested in how we can mingle this problem of how to mingle meditation into life, how to squeeze it into the space between all these other activities. And I think the best formula that I've found is to take advantage of the opportunities that show up, that suddenly you have a free morning or an afternoon or an hour after lunch or something like that, that you can and take advantage of those, take hold of those and use them. Or the other thing people do is schedule it into their day. Personally, I get out of bed and do my meditation pretty much before breakfast. And that way it's done when I start the day and I don't overlook it. And it's just as important to me as, brushing my teeth or changing my clothes. So fit it in that way as best you can and recognize that there will be gaps. There will be times when it just isn't possible. And then you can use short reminders like boosters in between during your day, like just before you go into a meeting, take a minute to settle into your body or whatever. Use the practice that you've done, at home and bring it out into the world with you so that that feeling of being present and calm and peaceful can pervade your whole life and not just be something that happens on the meditation cushion. So today, though, what I'd like to do is review the basic meditation practice that I hope we can routinely do this practice for 10, 20, 30, or even an hour every day. And then consider a short version throughout the day. So the basic meditation itself has 4 parts. Settle, open, observe, and soften. SOOS. And settling, our body has a superpower. We can sit and stay in one place for as long as we need to. And I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but sometimes you have something sedentary to do, like working on your computer or participating in a Zoom meeting or something like that. And you can sit in your chair as long as it takes to do that, because your body is pretty well practiced at settling. So the first step is to deliberately settle your body. Sit comfortably and assume an attentive but relaxed posture. I'm sitting on a cushioned chair that's got a flat bottom. It's not hard, but it's not too squishy either, so I feel supported like a platform, a cushioned platform. And I'm not resting my back on the back of the chair. That would look like this. I'm sitting up and forward. My shoulders are up. So I have this relaxed but ready, we call it a ready posture, attentive. And then opening is, you can't just change your mind when you're stressed out or worried. You can't just say, stop that, or be peaceful, or whatever. You can't talk yourself into being relaxed and peaceful, but the best you can do is to mix some fresh air, some space into your mind space. Like opening a window on a stuffy room. So often the stress that we feel is very claustrophobic. And if you think of meditation as just this gentlest practice of opening a window, cracking a window open, and letting some air flow. So then when you do that, your mind will settle itself. So the second step of opening is to synchronize your settled body with your mind by focusing your attention very gently on your breath. Breathe deliberately for a few times with the intention of mixing your mind with the space around you. As you breathe in, you draw the air deeply into your lungs and your belly, and imagine the nourishment that enters your body with each breath. Feel the space inside you, and then as you breathe out, picture the stuffiness leaking out, leaving into the space around you, which is very vast. The whole sky can be absorbing the stuffiness that you're breathing out. And in this way, you sort of gently expand your awareness from the box inside your head to the space around you. And next, you drop this technique of looking at your breath or your body or anything else, and it's called observing. You just look at the activity of your mind. I like to picture myself at this moment, letting go of the steering wheel of the car and just coasting, or the handlebars of a bicycle, and just coasting. Not looking down at myself, but letting the open space talk to me. What is going on? People call this step resting sometimes. And you may have to recycle through these 3 steps 1,000 times in your meditation session. You forget what you're doing, or a crink sneaks into your shoulders, or you have to go back to straightening your body, settling your body, or some terrible thought comes up and carries you away, or you're daydreaming, whatever. So then you just go back to your body, start with your body, where's my body, and feel your breathing and the space around you, and then let go of the handlebars, and observe. And you do that as often as necessary till the time is up. And then the softening part comes just before the time is up, when you have, in some measure, even if it's only minimally, you have settled and opened and softened yourself. Then you let your heart feel love. You use whatever image warms your heart to feel warmth and compassion and love, and then extend that warmth out towards all the other people in the world who are just like you, struggling to get by, wrestling with their inner turmoil and their inner demons, and looking for some peace and quiet. And you just extend to them the wish that they could find this peace and quiet, just like you are trying to find this peace and quiet. And so right now, I would like to, just for a minute, I'm going to ring my gong, and you can do this. I'm not going to say anything. Settle, open, observe, and then soften. Okay? okay, till I ring the gong again. That's it. Ideally, give 20 minutes or more to the practice every day, and that will make it become familiar to you. You will gain confidence in what you're doing. And you can always come here and sit with us. We have, like I said, 30 minutes every day, and someone else keeps time for you. And it's completely silent. You don't have to talk to anybody if you don't want to. Just come in and take your place and sit and leave. But it's very helpful to be around other people. They give you strength. They support your practice. So I encourage you to do that. The short version, then, after you've gotten this longer version going, is to just remember, settle, open, observe, and soften, SOOS. And you can say them to yourself as you do each one. And the whole thing can take just a minute or a couple of minutes between meetings or Zoom calls, or before you make that difficult conversation with someone, or after something bad jumps up into your life, or whenever you need to come back to yourself. This month, January, EBS is having two important things. One is a Zen retreat the weekend of January 9th through 11th. And we have a teacher coming up from Austin, a Zen teacher in the Soto Zen tradition, who you can come just Friday night if you want to hear his talk, or you can do, it's all day Saturday, 9 to 5, and then 9 to noon on Sunday. And on January 18th, our community holds its annual community meeting at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and this is when people in all the different groups gather to hear about EBS as an organization, news about EBS and what's going on here, and meet the board members and maybe elect new board members and stuff like that. So that's January 18th, and you're welcome to join those things, and also our regular sessions, all of which are described on our website. So, don't give up. Hang in there. Really recognize that everyone struggles to integrate meditation into your life. It's so different from the running around taking care of business that we usually do, and that we're so attuned to, and that we're so, we're in this groove of getting things done, and to just stop and breathe and expand your awareness out into the space and be present with yourself is so antithetical to that day in and day out hubbub. But it's really a nice thing to introduce, and it can really change everything. Everything can become easier if you have given yourself this experience of being present and being patient and being kind. So I hope that that happens for you. I wish you all the best. Until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.